Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedyroyal, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be answering your piercing questions. So I asked for piercing questions on my Instagram story, and I have the top 27. A lot of people put like this. A lot of these questions were asked by multiple people. I got the top 27 here. I'm just going to say right before we get into it, check out my piercing tours. I have a 20 and an updated 30. So right now I have 30. Check those piercing videos out first, because that will tell you each piercing that I have, plus the piercing pain, plus the healing pain, kind of like listed. These questions are a little bit more specific and a little bit more unique. Some of these are pretty unique. I just couldn't fit it into one video, so we're splitting it up. But go check those videos out first. I'm going to jump right into it. So, number 27. I'm going from the bottom. Number 27, conch plus mask. Alrighty. So, the conch is the piercing on the inside. As you can see, inside of my ear, I have a hoop on this side, and I have a stud ball on this side. And the reason why they're asking this is they're asking if there's any irritation, which I understand because the mask goes behind the ear and the conch is right in that space, the outside of the conch. No pain at all. Hashtag mask up. No pain at all. I mean, it's kind of like when you wear hoop earrings with a mask, or when you wear Airpods with a mask, like you just kind of have to work around it. It can get a little bit irritated. This conch is newer, so it still does get irritated. It can get a little bit irritated if the loop is, I feel like a flight attendant. Put the mask over your nose before helping others. But it can get a little bit irritated, but it's no biggie. Not on my top 50 of my worry list. Do you get worried about your hair getting caught? No. I don't get worried about my hair getting caught. It's kind of like your hair getting caught in anything. It's an occupational hazard. It's going to happen. So I don't worry about it. I just gently, take it out of the piercing. It can kind of get a little bit whoa when you have a new piercing, because like the hair can cause the piercing to crust up. That's still not the end of the world. Just take the hair off. Smiley caused dental issues. Okay, so I have my Smiley for 2 years now. This is 2022. I'm filming this. I got it in 2020. I had it for 2 years. I haven't had any dental issues from that piercing. Not to spoil it or anything, but I definitely have from my tongue, which if you see my other piercing videos, you know that, but not from my Smiley. Oh. Are most of your piercings done by the same person? Yes, most of my piercings are done by the same person. I say majority are done by Roman at Embassy Tattoo. If you live in Washington, D.C., Embassy Tattoo is in Adams Morgan. That's where I go to get my piercings. I also have a few done by Matt. Like I know Matt did my dermal, my septum, and I want to say some on the inside of my ear, but most of them are done by Roman. So yes, and I would say that a huge percent of them are all done at Embassy Tattoo. I had a few that I had done like lobes when I was a baby, some more lobes at Claire's, and then like cartilage before I knew like don't go to Claire's. But all the rest of my adult life have been at Embassy Tattoo. Favorite jewelry brands? Ooh, this is a hard one. Okay, so I kind of like to keep these studs in my ears, these small like cubic zirconia studs, because I really like the uniform look. So I keep these in, and those are literally from Amazon, and they come in a 10-pack, which is why I like them so much, because sometimes when I get stressed, I take my earrings out and then I lose them. And I need replacements, you know what I mean? Like that's why I will not buy like diamond studs for all these piercings. Well, it's a waste. It's a waste. So I like these from Amazon. I will link it down below if I can remember. I'll put it in the description box. I like Piercing Pagoda. I had some really cool nose rings from Piercing Pagoda. Measured by Piercing Pagoda. I also did a few brand deals with them. So love them. First jewelry deals ever. Come a long way. These nose rings are from Amazon. I'm trying to think like what's on my body. These are from Aldo. I like going to Aldo as well. That's pretty much it. I keep it kind of simple, mostly because I have so many piercings that even when I keep it simple, it's still like, whoa. I also like Old Navy for jewelry, because Old Navy has some really cool earring sets that I can make like really cool arrangements with. I also like Old Navy. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much where I get my jewelry. I need a new video. Hurry up, please. Do you have a forward helix? No, I do not have a forward helix. A forward helix would go around right here. I don't think that my anatomy really works for a forward helix. I don't think I really have enough. And watch, I make a video later and have a forward helix, but like I don't think I really have enough for that. Do you plan on getting any of them replaced after a certain time? Replaced meaning like change the jewelry out. There's some that I haven't changed the jewelry out. Like my rook, I've never changed it. Any of the jewelry that has like the balls on the end, I haven't changed it. I am looking forward to I'm most looking forward to changing my flat, which is this piercing right here that looks like a cartilage, but it isn't. I feel like once I change this out, yeah, I want to put like a star here. I feel like you can't, the flat just looks in the way, it just looks cluttery right now because it's near the cartilage, but I'm telling you, I have a vision. I had a vision when I got it, so I'm excited to change that one out. But I mean, I guess I get them replaced, like changed out a lot. Yeah. Plan on getting an eyebrow piercing? No, I do not. How do you wear AirPods? Do they have any conflicts with your piercings? Actually, I have an AirPod right here. Look at God. So, do they have any conflicts with your piercings? I can fit them in perfectly. Do they have conflicts with my piercing though? Absolutely. So my tragus piercing, which is this one right here, problem child. Yes. She sometimes gets annoyed with my AirPods if I keep them in for too long. But nothing on this side. My Date doesn't have any problem with it. My Conch doesn't. And I think the real reason why this side is like even more irritating when it comes to my AirPods is because I have the tragus and the Conch like back to back. But minimal pain. Once again, not top 50 worries, but it is a little bit, it's a little touch and go, especially in the beginning, because my tragus is not that old. So especially in the beginning, like the first 2 weeks, I didn't wear AirPods in my right ear because I had the tragus. So that's something to keep in mind if you're into that type of thing. Have you ever done your own? No. The closest that I've done to a do-it-yourself was my friend pierced my belly button in her bathroom on her shower. That's the only time I've gotten my piercing done, like outside of a place that is a piercing place. Does your Smiley ball ever come off? No. These are the original balls that came with my Smiley, and I'm very proud of that. Mostly because like I've lost maybe 9,700. Let me stop. I've lost a lot of belly button balls, and I've lost a lot of tongue balls. I don't have a tongue ball all right now. I drink a little water. I'd be like, your tongue is white. I'm trying to talk to you. Anyways, I don't have a tongue ball right now. Keeps falling off. Hardest piercing to keep up, maintain? I'm glad you asked. My tongue ring. Hardest to keep up. Hardest to maintain. I swallow so many tongue balls. They always fall out when I'm driving because I be going hard. And I be singing and I be rapping. But she's going to be leaving soon. If you could only keep in 5 piercings, what would they be? So, my lobes, my Smiley, my nose studs, and my belly button. That's an interesting question. Is there a specific size for your nose piercing? I have no clue. The only reason, like, it might seem like I ignore these questions on Instagram. It's not that I'm ignoring them. I literally have no clue. Even when I order things, I just ordered these nose studs, and I just put in nose studs, and I just got them. I have no clue. I'm sorry. Is your rook still a bastard? Sometimes. Sometimes it gets a little pressure and I'm like, oh, here we go again. But way better. Way better. Which ear piercing along the outside of your ear is your favorite? When you say the outside of your ear, I'm going to just to make the question easier to answer for me, I'm going to think that you mean like up here. Or maybe you mean like, on the outside of my ear, I'm going to say the lobes. I don't go out without anything in my lobes. If I had to keep one piercing, it would just be my lobes. Outside, yeah, probably my lobes. And I kind of rank all these the same to me. Like, I feel like they're a package deal at this point. All of my cartilage piercings, they kind of all rank the same. But my bottom lobes, because I could take out any of these piercings and it wouldn't really look too crazy. If I take out the bottom lobe and I have all the rest, they look pretty. For your nose piercings, does it get infected from wearing makeup or scrubs, etc.? No. Actually, it doesn't. I guess you could say it will get a little irritated in the beginning. That's just because it's an open wound. But mine didn't really even get that irritated in the beginning. No, sometimes what I do have to worry about is like make like my nose looking dirty. Like, okay, we're gonna have some real talk real quick. Here's the thing about having nose piercings and wearing makeup. First of all, nose piercings already have their own like little drama and disgustingness because they're inside of your nose. But then like translucent powder will make my nose look so nasty inside because of my nose piercing. You'll get on my nose piercing. I actually had to clean off, like deep clean my nose piercings before I did this video because I'm like, y'all not about to catch me slipping. Makeup and scrubs and stuff can make your nose piercings look dirty, but I personally have not had an experience with like infection. I did have like bumps on my nose in the beginning. Everybody's gonna get at least like one little bump, like a little cute little bump. I think I put salt water on that and it went away, but I haven't had any type of reaction to scrubs or makeup. What do you think of luxury piercings? BVLA, Mariage, etc. I don't know what that means, but I am not above looking it up. Hold on. I don't know. I don't get it. And this is a quick search, but I don't get it. Let me look up the second person on here. Like, is the piercing what's luxury? Okay, so it looks as though the jewelry is what's luxury just from the pictures. The words are saying luxury piercing. I'm not really understanding that, but I'm also the girl who came in here and told a million people to go to tattoo shops and try to get $20 Tuesdays. So, you know, different strokes for different folks. But I'm not understanding what makes the piercing luxury. I think the materials are what's luxury, but I think you'll be all right either way. I think you'll be all right. So I'm not a huge fan. I just don't understand it. Any new ones on the horizon? I said 30 was it, but I do have an idea for one more. We'll see if I go do it. How is it brushing your teeth with a Smiley? Is it convenient or painful day to day? Let's see if I can go find a toothbrush real quick. I'm trying to show y'all demonstrations of all these questions of like the mask, the AirPod, the toothbrush. I can sit here and explain it, but like you might not even get it. So I'm gonna try to, you know, do it and then you can better see. So here's a brand new toothbrush. You just brush behind the Smiley. That's it. That's it. And then for brushing the actual Smiley, I just use the top of my brush. I actually have a not an automatic, electric toothbrush. So I just go like this and it just, you know, cleans the little plaque off. Because that's something they're not going to tell you. Because that's something I did not understand. There will be plaque all around the whole jewelry. So you have to clean that off. I think there was plaque on, I mean, it's going to be plaque because it's just like plaque on your teeth, like when you eat. But I think there was plaque on my Smiley in the first 20 piercing video. And everybody was like, it's infected, it's infected. It wasn't infected. It just had a little black on it. No biggie. That's pretty much the thesis of this entire video. No biggie. Are you scared of your dermal rejecting surgical removal? I don't want to say I'm scared of it. It's something that could happen. Hope it doesn't. But yeah, I think the reason that I hope it doesn't is not that I'm scared to lose a piercing, but mostly because I don't know how that would go. Like, people love to ask me, like, how do you take it out? I don't. Like, surgical removal, I don't know how that would go. So not that I'm fearful, but I'm a little bit unnerved by not knowing how it works, but I'm not necessarily scared. I hope it doesn't reject. I haven't had a piercing reject yet. So I'm hoping I can keep on that streak, and I try not to do anything like high impact so that would happen. Would you ever switch your septum to a decorative closed ring? Yes, depending on the jewelry. If I really like the jewelry, then yes, but I would not change it myself. I've never changed my septum myself. I would go to the tattoo shop and get that changed. How long did your cartilage piercings take to heal? I'm going to tell you something that nobody else is going to tell you. Your cartilage doesn't heal. Cartilage piercings don't heal. They don't heal. They don't heal. My mom has a couple years. Don't heal. I have a lot. They don't heal. Your cartilage never fully heals. It's gonna always give you a little bit of trouble. After a couple days, you sleep on it hard, it's gonna sting. You after a couple days when you take it out, it's gonna sting when you try to put it back in. Cartilages are like toddlers of piercing. Like terrible twos, but like forever. Hey, I'm just a messenger. If you weren't a content creator primarily, do you think they would interfere with your career? Interesting question. Me and my hairstylist were just talking about this today. No, not right now, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I mean, can you not hire somebody because they have stuff in their ears? Like, I just don't see how what's in my ears would conflict. Or like for example, if I wear my hair like this, like, it's really gonna take you a second to even really see them. I just don't know how that, like, I don't think that ear piercings are offensive in the workplace. I have had jobs. I am a content creator primarily, but I have had other jobs. I think another reason why it would not be a big deal is because we wear masks, and I think that face piercings are much more offensive in the typical workplace corporate than ear piercings. But since I have a mask, all of my face piercings are below my mask, so people can't even see them. When I look at my COVID test, when I take out my mask, they're always like, and I'm like, I'm sorry, girl. I didn't mean to trick you, girl. I didn't mean to. I should have told you I was packing down here. I don't know. So no, I don't think that they would really interfere. I have a dermal. Can you see it? Yep, you can see it. I have a dermal piercing on my chest, but I have a kind of a low cut shirt on right now. Usually if I have like a higher shirt or even like a button up, you can't see it. If you do see it, most people assume that it's a necklace. I've had to literally tell a lot of people, this is a piercing in my chest. They say, I thought that was just a necklace. So I don't think that would be a problem. My belly button would not be a problem because, I mean, unless I'm like a belly dancer or somewhere where I'm showing my belly, like, I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, so no. Most of my stereotypically offensive piercings are covered by a mask. But I also want to just factor in the fact that I live in DC. So that you might look at me and be like, regionally we would never, but like, I'm just going based off of where I live and like the culture that I live in. How do you handle keloids? Okay, keloids are kind of like a genetic thing. I don't really keloid that much. I've been blessed. My skin doesn't really keloid that much. Salt water, salt. That's how I really handle that. Or just leaving it alone. You'll be surprised how well piercings will do if you just leave it alone. Stop touching it. Your hands are nasty. Stop putting stuff on it. It can't breathe. Yeah, that's kind of how I do that. And how often do you change your jewelry? That differs from piercing to piercing. My belly button I try not to change, but the balls always fall off, so I feel like I probably change that like once a month, once every 2 months. I don't change anything in my mouth. My tongue piercing, that falls off all the time, but that's not my choice. My nose studs, I probably change those once a quarter. I don't really change those that much. I change my lobes probably like every day, every other day. And these I pretty much keep the same. Sometimes I take them out and do different things, but that's like maybe once a quarter as well. But I pretty much keep my jewelry standard, with the exception of changing my lobes. Yes. Wow, we zoomed through those. So those are all of the questions. Let me know if you have any other questions down below. I'll try to answer them. Y'all gave me so much engagement, so many questions, so many testimonies on my 2020. Well, that was 2020. My 2020 piercing tour. That's actually my first video to get 1 million views. So thank you so much for that. And once again, as always, everybody's piercing experience is different. Some of the piercings that I said were the worst. I said my rook was like the worst pain ever. And there are people in the comments like, it was a breeze for me. Things are different for different people. But I'm just trying to give you a gauge on my experience. So just want to keep that in mind for everybody, and I would love to hear your experience down below. If you have a different answer to one of these questions, let me know. And follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter to see more of me. I talk about a lot of things. What have I been talking about lately? Candles, boba, makeup, always. I mean, that's like my primary thing. And I have made a bucket list, two bucket lists actually on TikTok. So if you want to see me do really cool stuff, try different fast food restaurants, do things like trapeze, axe throwing, all those different things, go to my TikTok. And I will see y'all in the next video. Yeah. check out my last couple uploads because I know there's some piercing videos in there as well. Because I'm dropping these all together. I'm going to have the same hairstyle in every video. It's going to be great. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Another thing. I'm just realizing that my eyeshadow did not hold up for all the looking down and reading. So, you know, just give me a little bit of grace. You know what I mean? Just act like you didn't see it. Act like you didn't see it.